This is the LEGO Creator 3-in-1 31153 Modern House. This set first released on June 1st, 2024, and it has 939 pieces, costing £90 here in the UK, which is a little bit expensive. But if you're like me, like to shop around, get yourself a good deal, and I managed to get it for just over 20% off. And you can too by checking out the links in the description. Now, I have actually already built this modern house, as you can see right here, and it is a very good looking set if you ask me, and I've already done a full review on this model, so do check that out on the channel. But today I'm going to be building one of the alternate models, this one right here, because it just looks really good. But I enjoyed the main build so much that I didn't want to take it apart, so instead I just bought a second set. So today I'm going to be building and reviewing this bungalow style build here, but I'm not really interested in the tower block design, so I don't think I'll be building this one. Inside the box you'll find 9 numbered bags, and they are paper, so that's good. You can actually recycle these, unlike most sets these days where LEGO still use plastic, so I guess they're trying. And you also get the envelope with all the instruction manuals, one for each different build, and there are no stickers in this set. If you're a LEGO insider, download the LEGO Builder app, scan that QR code, and you can earn 20 insider points just by doing that, which is pretty good. But this is the instruction manual I'm focusing on today to build this bungalow. And since I'm not doing the main build of the house, these numbered bags aren't really going to help me because they're only numbered for the steps for the main build. Obviously, when you're trying to do the alternate builds, you kind of have to open up everything, and well, it's a bit of a free-for-all. And as you can see, the very first step in the instructions is to basically open up all the bags and go from there. So since there are 9 bags and over 900 pieces, this sorting might take me a little while. Well, this is what 900 LEGO pieces look like, all randomly dumped together. And I'm debating whether to actually sort it or not, or just try and pick things out. Because building the alternate model isn't going to use all these pieces anyway, so I might be okay. But something interesting, there were still plastic bags inside the paper bags. That's pretty strange. Only 2 of them, but yeah, I would have thought they'd all be paper by now. Well, so far I managed to put together the 2 minifigures, and I've done some light sorting with some larger plates just organised by colour. Then I still have this big pile here, but it's not too bad because they're mostly smaller parts. I've separated all the windows and doors and some other plates as well. There are 152 steps across 126 pages, and honestly the build experience wasn't too bad, despite having a whole free-for-all parts mess to sort through. Since I knew all the parts were in the pile, it just kind of made it pretty easy. And in a way, it was almost, well, reminded me of building LEGO, building my own creations, just using a mix of random parts to put something together. And the steps were easy to follow, of course. Mixing all the bags into one wasn't that bad after all. And here we have the finished model. Now, the box art didn't really give too much away as to what to expect with this one. And I had a quick flick through the instructions before building it to see what I was getting myself in for. And honestly, now that I finished it, I am pretty happy with it. There are some things that I'd like to have seen done differently, but we'll get into that in a moment. Starting off with a quick look at the 2 minifigures, then they are just slightly different to their versions in the main build. You know, LEGO Creator try and shake minifigures up when they're included in these 3-in-1 sets, but all you can do is swap the torsos and the legs, that's pretty much it, but they look good. And they both do have alternate faces, and the printing continues around the back for their torsos as well. Starting off with the outside, then we just got a little bit of greenery for an outside garden with the difference of the bright green and regular green, just to kind of vary up a little bit. A couple of plants growing out as well, some steps leading out, and a nice potted plant. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. I do like the stone detailing here for the chimney. That's pretty nice. Adds a pop of colour and variety to otherwise kind of plain looking outside, but it's clean and it's modern. After all, it is a modern house. And just peering over the roof there, you can see the trees from the back garden, which we'll take a look at later on, and there's some things that are a bit interesting about that. But continuing around the front, as you can see, it is fully closed up all around the side with plenty of visibility through all the windows. And I suppose through this angle you can see just how narrow the house gets in the certain points where there is only 4 studs worth of depth for the interior in certain places. The roof is easily removable. It just comes apart with 2 pieces, 1 and 2, and it's only attached with a handful of studs. It just put up with the various plates, and the underside does look a bit messy. It is held together securely from the top, although it does look a bit more cleaner from above, which is good to see. Similar design to the one from the main build. Yeah, I like it. It works. It's effective. And with the roof off, it allows us to see just exactly what's going on inside. As you can see, right by the doorway here, like I said, it is only 4 studs worth of depth. We've got a nice little rug there, maybe to wipe your feet as you're coming into the front door. And off to the side, I think this is supposed to be a bathroom with a fancy looking sink, a towel on the wall, and a toilet in the back. But otherwise, I'm not really sure what's going on here. I don't know what these plates on the floor are supposed to represent. I guess that's the grill is supposed to represent some sort of drain, but the toilet, if it is a toilet, it looks a little bit unfinished to me. But it does have its own separate door, so you can have some privacy, even though it's completely transparent and anyone can see you in there. Across the hall, you've got the door out to the back garden, and it continues down with a nice table and chairs, which is, as you can see, better through the front window here. I like that. That's a clean, modern design. Yeah, pretty effective with a potted plant, and I love those elements with the little drinks. I think something interesting about this build is the fact that it's the only one of the 3 models that is completely enclosed around the back, because the other 2 are open back, easier to get access in, and this one can be a little bit hard if you're trying to place your minifigures in there. I like how it's enclosed all the way back, so that means I don't have to do any further modifications to it, but I also would have liked it if maybe the walls were like easily removable, for example, so it gives you that better option to reach in there. Not that there's much to do in there, but just to place minifigures. If you've got a larger hand, it might be a little bit difficult. You could pretty easily modify that yourself, take off this tile and then rip out the windows. It's not too hard, but I appreciate the fact that it is fully enclosed. And in the far corner here, we've got a smaller bed. Looks like it's just a single bed with a nice side table, probably made out of glass with a potted plant on top. And then we've got this kind of fancy fireplace, which you can't really see, so I have to look through the window here because I can't get a camera in down there. How it's built into the wall here, obviously that lines up with the chimney on the side, so it's kind of got like a retro feel to it, but it's also a modern vibe at the same time. And that brings us round to the back here. Outside we've got a little swimming pool with a rubber duck in, pretty nice detail, and then 2 couple of trees. That is it, no other like benches or anything. My main critique about the whole back here is it just looks unfinished. It's like it's missing something, and I don't like having these Technic bricks exposed and the random coloured plates and everything. Like the rest of it around the edge is nice and clean looking, and I know there's limited parts because this is the alternate build, but if they could just fix this up, I feel like this could be sold as a set by itself as the main model because it's just that good. The trees are kind of similar to the ones in the main build. They're limited pieces, so they've worked with what they had, and I think they did a pretty effective job. Apart from maybe the dark grey piece sticking out the top there, that looks a little bit unfinished. But otherwise, you know, nice exotic palm trees. I think what I would have liked to have seen is just another suggestion of a kitchen area. I mean, I'm not really sure where they would put it, but maybe that's obviously why they probably didn't include it after all. But the main house had pretty much everything in it, with the bathroom, the bedroom, the kitchen, the like relaxation area. This room, if it is supposed to be a bathroom, is a little bit weak. I would rather have a kitchen than the bathroom if that was the compromises, but otherwise the bedroom and the little dining area and the fireplace, for what the details that are here, are quite nice. And since there are so many leftover parts once you finish building it, I decided to put my Lego creativity to the test and see what I can come up with. And I've finished off the back. I've gave it a back garden onto the beach with some sand. Got a couple of chairs around the fire pit there, some plants growing in the corner, a couple of beach towels down as well, these fancy looking steps leading down to it, and a barbecue on the go as well. Although it looks like maybe it's been left unattended as it's starting to catch fire. Not great. I also came up with this park bench and table, although I didn't really know where to incorporate it, so it's just a little side thing. But that still leaves me with loads of leftover parts. I don't know what to do with these for now, so maybe I'll get to work on some more things or use them towards other projects. And here's how the main build compares to the alternate build here. As you can see, obviously it's a lot shorter, but it is a little bit wider actually. And how this one is enclosed fully around the back, and this one is not, but it's easier to access. And it's got a kitchen and other little details included as well. So don't forget, I have a full review of this set on the main build on the channel, so do check that out as well. But do you know what? I do quite like this alternate build. I'm glad I have it. And my little extension for the back garden area, I'm very happy with. So I'd love to know what you guys come up with those extra parts. Tell me in the comments if you built this one and you've used those extra parts for something else. Of course, this set does cost £90 at full retail here in the UK. Now, do I think this bungalow is worth £90 at full retail? Well, no, absolutely not. But then you have to remember all the extra parts you get, put that together. Does that feel like this? I think this is a pretty great set as the main build, and this is a pretty decent standalone alternate build that could, with a few changes, be be its own set. Tell me what you guys think about this set down in the comments below. I'll see you next time for another LEGO review. Thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out the other videos on this channel or on one of my other channels as well. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share with your friends.